Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Stanula back at it again with another Dead by Daylight tutorial. And in today's video, we're going to get you better at Deadhard. You're going to walk away from this video feeling a lot more confident at using your E key. So let's go. What I can recommend when you're first learning how to Deadhard is to hop into a custom match with a friend and practice these techniques in a chill environment without the fear of failure. If you don't have anyone to play with, consider joining my Discord server. There's tons of people that are mad chill that love DBD as much as you do. Deadhard by no means is a perfect perk. There will be times when you Deadhard too early, too late, or when the servers don't register your Deadhard but you hit your Deadhard button. Sometimes you're going to end up exhausted on the ground when you hit your Deadhard. But when you finally do hit that perfect Deadhard, I'm talking about that chef's kiss Deadhard, that ultimate Deadhard that makes that killer disconnect from the lobby. It's a feeling like none other. Hitting a perfectly timed Deadhard in many situations results in significantly extending your chase. Here are some techniques you can use to master Deadhard and stop looking like this and start looking like that. First and foremost, should you use E as your keybind? In my opinion, after I swapped from using E as my keybind for Deadhard and I swapped it to my mouse button, I became a lot more consistent at hitting my Deadhard because when you swap your button on your Deadhard from E, you're now giving your ability to have full control of your movement. So whenever you're trying to Deadhard or bait a Deadhard, you can have absolute control over wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and you can still Deadhard because one of your hands is controlling your character's movement and the other one is controlling their camera angle and also their Deadhard button. Coming from previous games, including Fortnite and Call of Duty, that require really fast inputs and oftentimes having optimal keybinds that allow you full movement flexibility, while being able to hit crucial inputs without taking your finger off the movement button. That's huge in this game. If you're able to have complete control over your movement, where you're moving and keeping an eye on the killer at the same time and being able to hit your Deadhard button simultaneously, you are going to get a lot better at using Deadhard. I promise. If you don't have a mouse with side buttons, consider using a comfortable key that you can hit with either your pinky finger or your thumb. Examples could be spacebar, control, C on your keyboard, maybe V. Any of those could work. The biggest thing is to be able to have your fingers on WASD at all times, essentially. Now for the homies on console, if your controller has paddles, I would recommend swapping your bind to a paddle. If you don't have paddles, however, you could also try any variation of a claw grip. I'll probably link a video in the top right hand corner right about now. Basically, a claw grip allows you to have full movement control of your character while being able to Deadhard more consistently. You're basically, with a claw grip, you're moving your hands in a way where you have both of your thumbsticks occupied by your thumbs, obviously, but your index finger will be controlling the buttons on the top of your controller. All right, enough with all that chit chat. So, we have gotten to the part that you guys have been waiting for. How the f*** do you Deadhard? Basically, there's some techniques that you can use to significantly increase your odds of a killer hitting your Deadhard. One is basically forcing a killer to hit you at a window or a pallet. When the killer hits your Deadhard at a pallet, it allows you to not only keep going, but you can greed the pallet and keep the pallet up for the next time you need it. One of the first Deadhards that we can talk about is reactionary Deadhard, and it's basically the oh shit Deadhard. A lot of the time this isn't going to work, but when it does, it's clutch. When this tends to happen is when you are caught in the open, or say you vault the window and the killer's right there, or you vault over a pallet and the killer swings, you can immediately Deadhard. A lot of the time this isn't going to work because if you go against better killers, they are going to wait out your Deadhard, and that's leading into my next topic. The better you get, the better the killers are going to get. So therefore, they're going to start waiting out your Deadhard. So what you need to start doing is trying to bait your Deadhard, where basically you just do an FOV Tech. And if you don't know what an FOV Tech is, I will link my survivor guide on screen right now, so you can go check that out and come back to the video. But if you do know what an FOV Tech is, that's where you got to start. If they're a really good killer, they are going to bait your Deadhard out, so you don't want to Deadhard immediately. Some things that you can do to bait a killer into swinging for your Deadhard is, one, if you have a flashlight, you can click your flashlight at them and try to blind them and then Deadhard. If you're going to Deadhard a window, I wouldn't recommend Deadharding towards the window. I would recommend, if it's a better killer, you run at the window and you almost bait the killer into thinking that you're going to vault, when in reality you go up against the window and you almost press against it and slide to one of the sides and then hit your Deadhard. Another technique that you can use to preserve pallets is simply by just Deadharding through them. A lot of the times, if you Deadhard through a pallet, you don't even need to drop the pallet, and you can preserve that resource for other people on your team. You almost force the killer into swinging, because if they don't swing, you get onto the other side of the pallet and you drop it and they get stunned. The key here is to not Deadhard too early or too late, depending on the killer, and how they adapt to your playstyle will also determine whether or not they wait out your Deadhard through the pallet and then swing. Some killers will do this, and it's a really good trick to do if you're trying to bait someone's Deadhard out, is to wait for them to Deadhard all the way through the pallet and then swing at the last possible second. I don't know what to call these other than, like, I guess, chase extending Deadhards. Basically, if you go into the corner of a map and a killer's chasing you and you Deadhard, you're wasting a lot more of the killer's time, because not only do they have to, one, chase you to the corner of the map to get an initial hit on you, but now they have to catch up because you've Deadharded that hit, and it's just extended the chase even further. A lot of the time when you're using Deadhard, you can use it to save your teammates. Say one of your teammates is getting carried to the hook, you take an initial hit, and then you wait a little bit of time, and then you Deadhard. It's another good thing that you can do with Sabo is, if you get hit, fake the Sabo, almost crouch down like you're going to Sabo, stand up really quickly, Deadhard. A lot of the time, in between you hitting the Sabo button and you standing up and Deadharding is going to be enough time for the killer to recover in between hits. So a lot of the time they're going to try and swing for you again, and this can result in one of your teammates getting off. Similarly to using Deadhard to Sabo easier, you can use Deadhard to unhook your teammates a lot easier. Say a killer is camping, you take an initial hit, you fake the unhook, you Deadhard, and then you unhook the person. There's a lot of different situations that you can use Deadhard in unhook scenarios. Whether or not you're unhooking someone and the killer hits you, then you go for the unhook again and Deadhard immediately after. Sometimes if the killer has saved the best for last, you're not going to be able to get the unhook. You're probably either going to get grabbed off of the hook, or you're not going to have enough time to Deadhard. Certain perks like Desperate Measures or Resilience guarantee after you unhook that person, you have enough time to Deadhard in between their hits if they don't have Save the Best for last. Another way you can help your teammates with Deadhard is to buy time for them. Say one of your teammates is crawling out and you want to heal tech them. You can always Deadhard and continue to heal tech them to ensure that they escape from the trial. Then there's other situations where one of your teammates is getting tunneled and you want to buy enough time for them to recover on the ground. So what you can do is you can bait the killer into swinging and hitting your Deadhard and then allow them to either get away or get tunneled out of the game like this poor Thalita did at 4Gens. You can also use your gesture button to fake a Deadhard by either doing the come here motion or doing the point motion and then hitting your Deadhard button. You can also try dropping your item, giving the killer the illusion that you gave up, when in reality, you're just going to hit that spicy Deadhard. When you're doing an FOV Tech, you can also add in a crouch, because this kind of messes with the camera angle of the killer in a way where it forces the killer to kind of take a step back. I was going to make this part of the video about baiting killers Deadhards, and I said baiting killers Deadhard, wow. I was gonna make this part of the video about how killers bait out your Deadhard using certain abilities, but seeing how long this video has gotten, I think the video would end up being a 20-minute video on Deadhard, which I honestly don't think you guys need. But if you guys want me to make a full guide on it, I would be more than willing to do that. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys drop a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to upload a lot more regularly. I try to make a lot of different types of content on my channel, whether it be funny content to educational content, but let me know in the future what you would like to see, because I would be more than willing to make it. And with that being said, I hope each and every one of you have an amazing day, and stay safe, homies, and enjoy these Billy highlights because the homie's getting nerfed soon.